In Washington, President Donald Trump criticized Walmart on Saturday, asserting on social media that the retail giant should absorb the additional costs resulting from his tariffs. As Trump has increased import taxes, he has sought to assure a skeptical public that foreign producers would bear these costs and that retailers and automakers would absorb the additional expenses. However, most economic analyses are skeptical of these claims and have warned that the trade penalties could exacerbate inflation. Walmart warned on Thursday that prices for items ranging from bananas to children's car seats could rise. In his post on Truth Social, Trump criticized the retailer, which employs 1.6 million people in the United States. He stated that the company based in Bentonville, Arkansas, should sacrifice its profits for the sake of his economic agenda, which he claims will eventually lead to more domestic manufacturing jobs. Walmart should stop trying to blame tariffs as the reason for raising prices throughout the chain, Trump posted. Walmart made billions of dollars last year, far more than expected. Between Walmart and China, they should, as is said, eat the tariffs and not charge valued customers anything. I'll be watching, and so will your customers. The Republican president's post highlighted the increasingly difficult choices many major American companies face due to his tariffs, from declining sales to the possibility of incurring Trump's displeasure. Trump has similarly warned domestic automakers not to raise their prices, even though outside analyses suggest his tariffs would increase production costs. So far, these tariffs have dampened the otherwise resilient U.S. economy. The preliminary reading of the University of Michigan survey of consumer sentiment on Friday slipped to its second lowest measure on record, with approximately 75% of respondents spontaneously mentioning tariffs as they largely expected inflation to accelerate. In April, Walmart CEO Doug McMillon was among the retail executives who met with Trump at the White House to discuss tariffs. However, the Trump administration proceeded despite warnings and has criticized other companies such as Amazon and Apple that are struggling with supply chain disruptions. Walmart's chief financial officer John David Rainey stated that he anticipates $350 in car seats made in China will soon cost an additional $100 and a 29% price increase. We're wired to keep prices low, but there's a limit to what we can bear, or any retailer for that matter, he explained after the company reported strong first-quarter sales. The administration recently reduced its 145% tariffs on China to 30% for a 90-day period. Trump has imposed tariffs as high as 25% on Mexico and Canada due to illegal immigration and drug trafficking, straining relationships with America's two largest trading partners. There is a universal baseline tariff of 10% on most countries, as Trump promises to reach trade deals in the coming weeks after having shocked the financial markets in early April by charging higher import taxes based on trade deficits with other countries. Trump insists he intends to preserve the tariffs as a revenue source, and that a framework agreement with the United Kingdom would largely keep the 10% tariff rate in place. Trump has also placed import taxes on autos, steel, and aluminum, and plans to do so on pharmaceutical drugs, among other products. The tariffs and Trump's own reversals on how much he should charge have generated uncertainty across the U.S. economy, leading Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell to hold the central bank's benchmark rate steady until there is more clarity. Powell has warned that tariffs can both hurt growth and raise prices. On Saturday, Trump reiterated his calls for Powell to cut the benchmark rates. This could cause inflation to accelerate, but the president has maintained that inflationary pressures have largely disappeared from the economy. Too late Powell, a man legendary for being too late, will probably blow it again, but who knows? Trump posted on Truth Social.